just dropped a stud out here, y'all. He's laying down here. I'm about to take y'all with me. We're gonna go check him out in here real quick. Hang tight. Look at the body on that deer. That's a good one, man. He's that bullet hole. Right there, baby. Top of the shoulder. Look at the ice this morning. I mean, it's everywhere. So that box that I was in today, I actually hunted in it yesterday afternoon. And last night about 10, 12, I got the last picture. I actually have one of those Gringo feeders, and I have a feed trough. They're sitting right there side by side on that spot. That spot right there where I hunt right there, everything is perfect. It's a big hub and spoke. I think there's 5 spokes off of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 spokes that come off of it. The longest one is 230 yards long, and then the other one, the shortest one's like 117, and then the other ones are all right at 150 yards long. So at about 10, 12 last night, I got my last picture off where the feed trough is sitting, where when you see the feed trough, you can actually see the Gringo feeder right there too. They're, like I said a while ago, they're sitting side by side. Well, I thought I had put a battery on that camera there one day last week. No, this week. I swapped the camera back. I swapped the battery Tuesday night. And when I was over there, and so last night I thought, well, because it got down to like 20 degrees during the night, I thought, well, maybe the cold may have zapped that battery or something, which you usually don't mess with those batteries. And so I shot the deer, and I have a second camera on that same field. No, I actually have 3 cameras on that field. Shot the deer, and as I walk down there to it, I get down there, and here's this is the power wire. It goes in the bottom of the camera right there. And then this end right here goes on the battery. So when I get down there, this one has been cut. The positive has been cut. Alright, so here's the problem. This is the second time this has happened. The first time, the main wire got cut in about 5 pieces. As a matter of fact, I still have pieces of it over here. See, it was cut there, and cut there. And these are the sections that I took out of it. I mean, you can distinctly see where that was cut. They cut the main wire on it. This time, it was just cut right here. Now, I have had these things in the past on some other locations that I have. I have had mice get up there and chew on this insulation right here on these. But that happened one time. I've never had one chewed in half or anything. But this right here is obviously cut. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that right there. This happened during the spring last year, during turkey season. That's when this one happened. And of course, this is on the same camera that this one was on. So no biggie. All I gotta do is splice it together or just put an end on it. Do that. But here's the biggie. whoever is doing this, and it's a person that they came in there last night. I sat in the box till after it got dark, 5:20 something like that. And like I said, I got pictures off the camera all the way up to 10, 12, and then it died. And then my other camera, there was a little bit of a lapse there, so there was obviously somewhere between 10, 12, and like it was after midnight before the deer came back that somebody came in there. And of course the ground was froze last night, so there's no try. I saw one footprint down there, and there's some sand down there. There's one footprint in the sand down there this morning, but of course, I mean, you can't tell nothing with a footprint. But so my other camera that I've got, they didn't walk in front of it. And then the other camera that I have, they didn't. Now this camera right here is not, it's not concealed. I mean, anybody could see it if they walked up. And of course, it's in the same location that this one, where this cord was right here that got cut back during the spring right there. So anyhow, and then all right, let me back up to not this week, but the week before. I went over there to fill up the trough and top off the feeder. Matter of fact, I filmed a video when I did it that night. When I went over there, I turned in, I went down in there to where the feed trough was and where the feeder was, and did my thing. And when I turned around to come back out, come up the hill, as I was coming up the hill, I looked up at the box, and the door was standing wide open on the box. Well, I have a, it has like one of those barn door type latches on it, and the latch goes around it, and then I have like a hitch pin that goes on a tractor or something that goes through it and it latches it, so that, and of course you got to, even when you undo that, you still got to pull, because the door actually wedges into the box there, and it's not that easy, and the windows all stay closed on it. It's a really nice, it's a nice box. And that door was standing wide open, but the clip was hanging on one of the latches. So I thought, well, heck, you know, no biggie, nothing was messed with or anything like that. But so I got a pretty good feeling, or I figure that whoever does this probably follows me on here and probably watches these videos and things like that. So all right, so you've got me. I'm not sure what the deal is. We own that land over there. It's ours, and so I'm not sure what your problem is. If you'd like to talk about things, which I doubt you will, you know, you can contact me. Most everybody around here, you can get a hold of somebody that's got my number and get a hold of me. But so I'm gonna adjust again and move cameras around. I actually moved one this morning, and God help you if I catch you over there, is all I'm saying, because I'm gonna call the law. That's what I'm gonna do, because I'm kind of done with it, you know what I mean? But people are something else. I mean, and what they're doing is they're taunting me. Now you could say, well, they take the camera. Well, those cameras, all those cameras that I use, all have GPS locators in them. So if you take the camera, you really, all you're gonna do is let me locate you where you're at. And so if you would, please stop, because this is going to end up getting kind of ugly here, because I'll come out on this here. So I just wanted to share that before I did this video and all that. But so hope y'all have a great weekend this weekend. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.